Alright, welcome to another casual NFL fan video. Let's talk about the AFC East, starting with the Bills. So, same disclaimer, just more of a casual fan for football. I don't care about the skinnies, care more about the D-line, since I coach it, blah blah blah. Like and subscribe, blah blah blah. Anyways, good team. So they kind of underwent a rebuild. You have Joe Brady, who's been nice, Bobby Babbage. Yeah, Sean McDermott's a good coach. So this team lost a lot of pieces, and they're kind of gonna, yeah, they have a ton of rookies. Man, this is just a weird team. Anyways, Josh Allen, Fireball legend, good quarterback. Could be the quarterback too, if you want to say it. Yeah, I mean he's just great. Big arm, makes plays, could run an offense, run the ball. I think it's funny because like Sean McDermott was a DC with the Panthers when they had Cam Newton, and they just have like a variant of Cam Newton. That's cool. Trubisky's here. Running back room. I don't know how to feel about it. Is this a Kentucky guy? Yeah. So, I forgot what. Hey Davis. What? Frank Gore Jr. is cool. I hope he makes a team. Ty Johnson's whatever. Just a weird team. And James Cook. Yeah. He's cool, really athletic. I don't know, it's a weird running back room. I guess Frank Gore could be more the power guy, or I guess just Josh Allen. Josh Allen's a power back in this team, just because he can. Like receiving wise, like Shakir's fine, Curtis Samuel's whatever. Keon Coleman's interesting. I know he ran like a 4.740, but like he doesn't play like it. Like this dude could get open. Just like he had a terrorist throwing the ball. Told him in Florida State. The Scounding is, I don't want to say he's just a fast, like deep threat anymore. Like doesn't really threaten you deep as well, but he's a nice run blocker. Claypool is whatever you get out of him is nice, but who knows? Heard he had a good training camp or whatever it's called workout so far. Hollins is a good run blocker. Raiders legend. Not much to his game. I think Shorter is like crazy too. Yeah, 6'4", 220. KJ Hamler is more of a speedy guy. I think he was the one that had a heart issue with the Broncos and got waived or something. Isabella's fast. It's just like bits and pieces for the wide receiving core. Like this is their rebuild year. They're gonna have a ton more cap space next season to make moves and all that stuff. I'm just not a fan of the way this team is, but it kind of had to. Of course, your main receiving option is going to be Dalton Kincaid, who's really good. Knox is fine. Morris is a run blocker. Like it's a good. I don't know if I want to say good, but it's a nice receiving core. O line's cool. Like Dawkins is a big boy, strong, powerful dude. Edwards, whatever. Sorry, stories. If Gab is watching, it's Gab's offensive guard one from that class. He's just another like big boy. He's very stiff and has slow feet. Seen so much dudes kill on pass rushing wise. Like they'll set up one-on-ones with him and their best pass rusher because it's free money. Browns, whatever. Collins is here. Ryan Van Demark. Connor McGovern's here. That's fine. Will Clapp. Glad he's still in the league. Elite name. Cedric Van Pran Granger. He was fine. I remember watching him. Like, it just looks like a solid center. Like nothing crazy. That's a nice draft pick though. Like I prefer him over Zach Frazier. But regardless, nice offense. Defensively, Christian Benford, Russell Douglas, Ron Johnson, maybe Kyrie Elam does something. Cam Lewis looks fine. Whatever, Douglas is cool. I have Cole Bishop. Which one was this dude? Utah. Okay. And Taylor, I forgot they got rid of both of their safeties. Has Micah Hyde signed with someone? Who knows? Mike Edwards, whatever. DeMar Hamlin is here. That's just fine. Yeah. You have Matt Milano though, who's good. Bernard's fine. Williams, Bain Spector. Morrow, Raiders legend, more of a special teamer. Was this the Florida guy? Washington? Okay. But yeah. I mean, Milano's more of an undersized guy. He's kind of like the weak side linebacker. And then, yeah, Bernard could be the Mike. Kind of interesting how they have it set it up. They also have Deion Jones. It's crazy. Like, this dude hasn't been good since like 2016. And then the D-line room. Oh man. I don't know. I just don't like the way this team kind of built their D-line room. I just haven't. I just feel like it could do more, but they just don't. It's like they just like bigger edges, or generally like bigger edges. Like drafted AJ Epinesa, Boogie Basham, or these like power pocket pushers type dude, or guys that can do that. Like Epinesa's a weird player. He has a good get off, good hand fighting, but he's stiff in the hips. He's not that, doesn't play that strong, and so he doesn't really do much. He's fine as a run defender. Rousseau could push the pocket. I do like Rousseau a lot. I think he's just good. Like he's just good. Whatever. Like he's not gonna beat you off the edge. He's not like a crazy power rusher. He has like really long arms. But the way he wins a ton is he'll like just try to bully you with power, and when he pushes you like a couple yards back, he just works inside. Like that's all he does. It's just power, work inside, and it works. It works because he has like crazy long arms. He's athletic for his size, and I mean it's kind of all you need to do. Like all you need from him. But he's a really good run defender, which is cool. So that's why he's good. Von Miller. Whatever you get from Von Miller is a plus. He was nothing last year, to put it nicely. Dewan Smoot was hurt last year and was kind of bad. He's kind of just like that bigger end. I could play inside. Casey Toohill. Whatever. Javon Solomon. Didn't really do anything. Wasn't really that good of a prospect, so that's rough. And he's undersized too. DT room is fine. Austin Johnson's not that good. Dwayne Carter's kind of weird because he's almost like he's kind of a nice pass rusher, but he's more of a pressure guy. And by that, like he has really good hand fighting. Like he could win in different ways. Like hand fighting wise, he's really nice, but like his lower body's very stiff. So when he tries, it's like when he wins with the hand fighting part, and he has to get around the offensive lineman could just recover and get in front of him because he's a bit stiff and he's not crazy explosive or fast. So yeah, it's a bit odd, and he's not too crazy of a run defender, which is a bit iffy, but he's still nice though. Like I still like that move. Daquan Jones, this dude's good. He's a good nose tackle, good run defender, and he's also the best pass rusher on this team. He's really nice. Ed Oliver's a really good run defender, but he's more of a good run defender from outside shade of the guard. He's fine pass rushing wise. Like he could get some pressure, but he's nothing crazy. He's gotten better though. Because before it was like Daquan Jones just cleared him as a pass rusher, but now it's a bit more of an argument. But he's nothing too crazy. I don't know how to feel about this team. Like you have Josh Allen. I don't know. Defensively, it's like fine. Like it's Sean McDermott. He's gonna make it work. He'll get his defense to be good. I'm just not a fan. Now the Dolphins, Frank Smith, Weaver, McDaniel, gotta over Ravens guy for this defense. The thing is why they signed Chop. They have Mo Kamara. Alright, let's go with the offense. Tua. So what to say about Tua? Is he a good quarterback? Is he a bum? I know there's a ton of various opinions on him, but fact of the matter is he's good. Just because he can run an offense on time, like sure he doesn't have a big arm, but who cares? Like that's why his like anticipation's really good. I don't know why I did quotes, but his anticipation's good because he kind of has to be to stay on time and on rhythm, and he's good at that. Like sure he probably has like the same arm as most high school quarterbacks, but I mean, it works, and he's pretty athletic too, even if he doesn't show it. Mike White, Skylar Thompson, cool backups. Running back room, it's interesting. I think this guy is probably the best back in the room. This here is ACL though, which being injuries. Davion Ahmed and Jeff Wilson are fine. Like Mostert's good, but he's just fast. That's the main thing. Devon is it A Chain? A con? I don't know. I'm gonna say Devon A Chain. But he's fast. Like Mostert's more of a real running back. Like he does better against with reads. Throw more stuff at them. A Chain is just fast. That's it. Just get him outside. He'll make stuff work. Wright's interesting because he's good at all the running back stuff. Like he's good at pressing gaps and making reads and making cuts. Like he's more of like the real running back, and he's fast too. So yeah, that's nice. I think he's gonna probably be the starter sooner than later, because he is that good. I got Paul Patrick. I kind of forgot about that. That's interesting. Yeah. So who's Tua throwing to? Jalen Waddle, Odell Beckham, Tyreek Hill. I don't know how to feel about the Odell Beckham signing now. I mean, that should be fine. But is it? Waddle's a really good wide receiver too. But like the issue with both of these wide receivers, with Waddle and Hill, is that they're not really like physical guys. Like it's kind of hard to be physical with Tyreek because if you try to jam him and he breaks through, then he's just gonna kill you. Like yeah, like both of these dudes have like 4.2 speed and play like it, so they're gonna kill you if you mess on it. But Waddle, you can probably jam him, be more physical with them, and slow him down. And it kind of messes with the timing of Tua because the timing is what matters for him. That's where the play action comes in because yeah, there's a lot of things kind of intertwined, but like it's a good receiving core. OBJ's kind of wild though. Still good with slants. I just don't know how much he'll give you. Is a thing. Eric Izukanama, I think he's a big receiver. 6'2", 206. That's decent. Kraft. And Barrios, the slot receiver. Malik Washington. And Taj Washington. Wow. But good receiving room. Johnny Smith at tight end. I mean that fits. Like he's good at he's kind of more like crap, what's it called? I can't remember, I'm blank on it, like the F back tight end where like he's not good as an inline tight end, but he's good off the ball and like he could be good at the split zone stuff and moving in space, but he's not gonna dominate you on base blocking or all that type of stuff. But he has that role and he's really good after the catch. Throw him smites, whatever, and these tight ends are whatever. Jackson is kind of a nice run defender. He's whatever as a pass blocker, but he got paid. Good for him. Armstead's really good when he's healthy. Really athletic too. It's why they're able to run their zone stuff. The interior is kind of bad. Like Brewer, he's a very athletic center, so when they do run their zone stuff, he could just go straight to the second level and get to the backer pretty quickly. They have Lester Cotton, Raiders preseason legend, always had great preseasons. They have Driscoll, who, when I watch, just got killed. Eichenberg's here. Wynn is a guard. Robert Jones is a guard. I don't know. Like, I understand getting Patrick Paul because of Armstead, who usually gets hurt, and you do want a really good swing tackle that could be a future starter. So I get that. But I also don't think he's that athletic either. And he's kind of too big and too stiff to play guard, so I don't know. It's a weird team. I just don't know how to feel about this. It's kind of the same as last year, where you're just like you have the speed, but when push comes to shove, like, can you just get consistent yardage, consistent drives, instead of just explosiveness? Ingold's good too. Having a good fullback's really nice. Changes a ton of stuff for your offense. That's why they're able to get a bunch of explosive plays, because you run, two backs with Moster and Ingold, or a chain and Ingold, and running play action off of it goes crazy. Defensively, getting Kendall Fuller is really nice. Cam Smith, Nick Needham, Ramsey, Kader Kuhu. That's a really nice DB. You have Marcus May as a backup. Campbell, whatever. Holland's good. Poyer, more of an in the box guy now. May is too. Like, May's like, from watching the Saints. Like, they would either run like too high Giles or just have May in the box. Like, yeah, I think he's better in that role. That's cool. They have Jordan Brooks. This is interesting. David Long, Anthony Walker Jr. Good guy. Duke Riley, Channing Tindall. So yeah. The edge room's tough because, like, Chubb and Phillips both got hurt. Like, Phillips is kind of poised to become an edge one. Chubb used to be that before his injuries. Like, Chubb is just good overall. And Phillips is like insane rushing off the edge because he has such fluid hips that when he turns the corner and his hips flip, like, it's a thing of art. And the Chop Robinson's draft is really nice because it's gonna be more of like that Ravens, like 3-4 defense, I'm assuming. And Chop's gonna be great at that. Like, he could drop it in coverage. Like, he's probably one of the best dudes dropping in coverage, even though they didn't do it a ton for him at Penn State. He looked great at it, and he's extremely fast. Like, if you're talking about like explosiveness and like speed, he's like one of the top dudes in the NFL. It's not like Michael Parsons level, but it's up there. And he's kind of stiff too, which is an issue because, like, when he's trying to turn the corner against guys, which, if you're fast, explosive, like, you're gonna win off the edge. Like, you can drive him outside the arc of the pass rush a bit because he's a bit stiffer in the hips. He does have strong legs, so he can fight through that contact, but there's a difference between like fighting through it and being fluid in the hips and when you're stiff, because he still gets driven a bit too far upfield, but when he beats you, like, he beats you. And I think there's some potential to like speed the power stuff because he's insanely quick and he's short and small, so if he gets underneath you and he's able just to just go, I think there's some potential for that. And he's also really good at the other, like, Ravens type stuff, slanting, crashing, looping, dropping coverage. So, like, he's already good at that, so he's gonna have a role off the bat, which is nice because these two dudes, who knows how they're gonna be after injury. Barrett's kind of similar, another like 3-4 outside backer. So he's nice here. And then Mokamar, I'm not a huge fan of. Like, he was even more stiff and had a weaker lower body, and he's undersized too. But I didn't really see too much of him dropping into coverage. And he just moves fine. Like, it's just fine. Whatever. Um, this D line. It's an interesting D line. Campbell's nice, but Campbell's weird though because he was playing edge for the Falcons. They line him up over tight ends a ton because like he's huge, he's big. Like you'd rather have him just kill tight ends in the run game just because he can. So I don't know where he's gonna play. Like I don't know if you'd want him on the interior more. I don't know. That's interesting. Sealer's good. Sealer was a better pass rusher than Christian Wilkins, which isn't crazy to say. Like Wilkins, his game isn't based off of being a pass rusher, but Sealer is a good pass rusher, good run defender. Could play anywhere on the D line. Seen him line up at nose a bit. Could play like outside shade of the guards, like just move him around. Tear Tart's weird. I didn't watch enough of him with Houston, but when watching more of the Titans D line, he stands out because he's a night like he moves really well for a nose. He's really good at slanting across and crossing the face of the center, and he just moves really well. If you get some pressure, which is important for a nose. Like I don't care too much if your nose could get sacks because like you want him out there just to defend the run. But if you can get pressures, that's good. Noses that could get sacked are like the elite ones. But yeah, like he could get you pressure. Like he's good. It's just that he's a head case. Like he might be crazier than Antonio Brown. That's crazy. Like he was waived mid-season or like during the season by the Titans. Houston picked him up and was like, "Yeah, we're good. Like we don't want you on the team." And I think he had some interviews with some teams. I think like the Bengals had him in, and they're like, "Yeah, we can't sign this dude. This dude's way too crazy." So yeah, and they got my boy Benito Jones. Benito, Lions nose tackle, and he was good with the Lions too. He's more of like a true nose tackle, just more of a run defender. But I like the way he plays as a run defender. Like, he's good. That's nice. Deshaun Hands, whatever. Galore, it just sucks though, cause like you're almost like four deep, and I don't know. I don't know. Like this team just needs more. That's how I feel. Like, I just think you need like. I feel like the issue with this team is the trenches. Well, I mean the edge room's good. Just the DT room, I'm just a little iffy about. It's just so much ifs. Like, does Tart keep his head straight? Is Campbell gonna play inside? But man, like the offense, like I just don't know about those guards. Like they could probably make it work because it's the Dolphins, but man, their skill guys are good though. All right, so if we're doing it in order, next is the Jets, and what's a good season for the Jets? Super Bowl or bust? What it feels like. I don't know what to say about this team. I like Corley, another dude you can just get the ball to and have him make plays and get yak for him. Alan Lizard, the Lizard Kings, whatever. Oh, McCutcheon's here. Rams preseason legend. Okay, that's cool. I don't remember that. Gibson, nice slot receiver. Wilson is a really great route runner. That dude's crazy. Man, just get this dude a quarterback. This dude just needs a quarterback. Williams is a nice signing. Like he's a really good, like just outside wide receiver, jump ball guy. Like he'll make tough catches. It's crazy. Like if he was a Madden player, he should have like 99 spectacular catch because he just make those crazy catches. Conklin's whatever, Ricketts whatever. Yeah, boy. Yeah, it's a fine tight end room. Um, Running back room's weird though. Like Abene Kanada is a speedster. You have to him. Where's this dude from? Davis, South Dakota State. I don't know anything about him. I do like Brandon Allen a ton. I'm just a huge Allen fan. Just the way he plays, like he has good vision, runs good, runs hard, which is what you want. He can't be more the power back. And then Brees Hall's kind of weird because, like, yeah, he's athletic and I know he's talented, but he hasn't been good or great. But as Yabagoo said, it's because the O line's been trash and the coaching's been trash, especially running back coaching. So it's hard to say if this dude's good or not because of that, even though he is talented. But yeah, we'll see. To get to the quarterbacks, like Tyrod Taylor is a really good backup. Like, I don't want to say he's a borderline starter, but you can make do with them starting a couple of games. Jordan Travis is here too. That dude was kind of a terrorist. Yeah. And you have Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what to say about that dude, but whatever he gets you, like I don't know if he needs to be elite for this team, but he has to be really good. It's a really nice team. He just has to be good. I think this team might have a chance to compete. But is he? Does he want to be good? Or is he going to be too busy running for vice president? Who knows? Who knows indeed? O line's so good. So Morgan, they got Morgan Moses and John Simpson. That's funny. I think this might be more of a gap team. I think you have to be. Like Moses isn't that super athletic at this point, but he is very strong and physical. So he's nice. Tyron Smith's really athletic and insanely good when he plays. Like one of the best. Like still a really great pass protector. It's just health is a question. Like he's gonna miss games. You could count on that. But what matters is if he's healthy for the playoffs. Tipman, I honestly don't remember seeing him. I don't know, could be good, whatever. The O-line guy I talked to likes him a bit, I think. Hope I'm not wrong. Elijah Vera Tucker is also really, really great. Just the same issue, like if he just stays healthy, like he's really great. Simpson's a bit iffy because he's good. Like he's a physical player, but he's also very not unathletic, but he's just not. He's not a fluid mover. Like when he gets to the second level on blocks, he misses a ton because he's kind of stiffer and like will just miss. Like guys will just run around him when he tries to get to the backers. Pass blocking wise is similar. Like if you could just get a one-on-one with him and you just attack the space in front of you, like especially if you're crossing his face, he'll just die and lose. But he's physical and strong, which is nice, especially as a puller. There's some snaps where he's pulling and he just kills guys, which is so fun to watch. So yeah, I do like the O-line. Backups, whatever. I think that's everything. Yeah. Nice offense. DB room, Garner's great. Probably cornerback one. I think it's got to be between him and Surtain. Chuck Clark's here. I don't even know if he's done anything. Tony Adams. And this team could use Justin Simmons. Right? Right? I don't know what other safeties out there, but there's got to be a couple of them. Imagine if they bring back like Jamal Adams and like Justin Simmons or something. DJ Reed's really great outside too, and Carter in the slot. Yeah, Oliver, Echoes, like, yeah, it's still nice. And then this linebacker room, like TJ Mosley's really good, Quincy Williams is really good. It's crazy how he was waived. Man, like it's a really great linebacker room. Like you could do so much with them. Like they're good in coverage. Like TJ Mosley's a really good Mike linebacker. He's really physical in the run game. Just insane. Got a ton of dudes that can beat depth. As for Rat, what is this dude? Takk McKinley's here. Raiders legend. That's crazy. But man, like, so the D line, like, you do lose a couple of pieces. This is what I like. You trade for Hassan Reddick. So I know people are like, oh, like, well, is Will McDonald gonna play? McDonald's nice. Like, he's gonna be good. And they traded away John Franklin Myers to give McDonald more snaps. Because there's no other reason to trade him unless you want McDonald to get more snaps. So how's his D line built? You have Jermaine Johnson, who's more of the power guy, will just bully dudes, good run defender. Hassan Reddick is, I mean, I'd probably say still like an edge one dude. Like he was really good with the Eagle. Like he's so good athletically. Like he has such fluid hips. Like he could turn a corner with ease while being more of a smaller, speedy guy. And yeah, he's a really good edge. And so I think this move, trading for him, is just more of just getting more high level talent because he's like a guy you could trust to beat good tackles. Whereas like Jermaine Johnson's kind of a role player, like you'd run him just to push the pocket or be matched up against like smaller, weaker tackles. And McDonald's a role player, and that you just want to match up against slower tackle. Like there's a couple of snaps with McDonald where they'll play him in like obvious passing situations, like 2 minute drills or like late in the games. And like he has some really good snaps. Like there's a couple of snaps against we went over him. Bill's tackle, Deion Dawkins, where he just beats him off the edge because he's too quick for him. And so he's gonna have his role as just like a speed rusher. And he's nice at it too. Also has a really good spin move too. Like he moves so fluidly. And like there's a reason why he was taken in the first round. Like I think he was I know people kind of hated it or made fun of it, but I didn't think the pick was as bad as like Lucas Van Ness. But I also kind of didn't like him as a prospect. But we'll get to it more when we talk about the Packers. Clemens is a heavy edge that can play inside. I think he's going to take over for the John Franklin Myers role as that because he could be there on early downs on the edge. Takk McKinley, whatever. But the thing I like about this edge room is these two guys, Eric Watts and Braden McGregor. So McGregor is a bit interesting. Like he's not that long, but 6'5", 267. Like he's big. He's kind of just more of that like other like pocket pusher type dude. Like uses his long arm and just push things in. Like he has like decently fluid hips. Like I hope he makes the team because like him and Watts are two dudes who I was a fan of in a draft class. And Watts, I'm so surprised he fell 6'6", 277. Like you might think, oh, he's should be an interior guy. Like no, this dude's an edge. I don't know what it is about Connecticut's coaching. It's kind of funky, but like Watts is insane. Like Daddy was like a really good athlete. He tested really well, which combine testing, who cares? Film matters. But even on the film, like he moves really fluid for a dude his size. It's crazy, and he's physical and he's strong. Like it's not like he's out there being weak. Like he's extremely strong. Like there's no way he doesn't make this team. I'm gonna be so mad if him or McGregor doesn't pass. Mainly Watts. Like, I was a bigger fan of him. I'm gonna be so mad if he doesn't make this team. I think there's so much potential with him because athletically he's so good. Like I think there's a like he could end up becoming a starter at some point in his career, but I mean that's a pretty high bar, especially for an undrafted guy. But I like him. The D line room, I don't think it's that bad. Like Kinlaw's gotten better as a run defender. Like he's a bigger dude that could play just kind of anywhere on the D line. Like he's not gonna give you too much as a pass rusher. He's just gonna be a body. Lakai Fotu is more of their nose tackle. Yeah, because this team kind of ran small with the D line, and I think they got bigger. Cube, he's good. he kind of played like nose tackle for him. Like he could play everywhere on the D line too. You could line up anywhere. Have him over center, playing one tech, three tech, two tech, whatever. Just get him on the field. He's an insane run defender. He's a nice pass rusher too. Like he's good at it. That's why he gets paid. Solomon Thomas is a good pass rusher, which is crazy. He's listed at 295 here. Yeah, that makes sense. I think PFR might have had him listed like 260 or something. Like no, he's big. It's kind of nice that like he stopped trying to be a tweener, which I think hurt his career. That and like the injuries, like him just being a three tech, like yeah, like he still sucks in the run game because he is undersized. Like double teams kill him, but he's a really good pass rusher. These dudes, whatever. I thought Leonard Taylor was pretty bad as a prospect. I was surprised that people were surprised he went undrafted because he played like a undrafted type dude. He's so bad. I think PFF liked him too. I don't understand. Like if you just watch his tape, like when he plays O lines that are worth the dang, he gets pancaked like 10 times a game. He probably has like 3 or 4 games where he gets pancaked in double digits, and like legit pancakes too, not like him tripping over dudes. Like he's just getting put on the ground. Yeah, worst prospect I've seen. But yeah, Jets, good team. Like I don't know what team's gonna win the division. I don't know who to bet on. All these teams have issues. Like Bills aren't that talented compared to these other teams. Dolphins' O line's not that good, and they have some dudes coming back from injury. The Jets' issues mainly the quarterback and coaching too, and I guess health of the team. It's rough. Like all of these teams could maybe do something. You have the Patriots, Gerard Mayo, Alex Van Pelt. So yeah, I think defensively, because I know I talked with a couple of Patriots fans, and they were like, "Oh, like they're saying something about like the defense and being worried about it," but because like the idea of I don't know. I think the conversation was more about like, oh, like Belichick coaches try to emulate Belichick too much, but I think the difference is that Mayo was a player, so he has a different perspective. Because when you're coaching and you see how Belichick coaches, like you try to be too much like him, which is what happened with McDaniels and Patricia and all these dudes. But I think as a player, it's different. Like Mike Vrabel played under Belichick, and he was kind of his own guy. So like I don't think that should be too much of an issue. Like, and the players seem to really like Gerard Mayo too. So Jacoby Brissett's a starter. Like he's nice. He's a borderline starting quarterback. A run an offense. Drake May is interesting. One of the first rookie quarterbacks we could talk about. I'm not a QB guy. I think May's like a good prospect. Like he was nice. Nothing too crazy with them. He's a bit of a drifty boy, but whatever. And then Joe Milton's like, yeah, Joe Milton has like a rocket arm, but he couldn't play on time, and yeah. And you have Bailey Zappi there just chilling in the back. Just a vibes guy. Um like the receiver room's not good. Maybe it can be. Like Polk's nice. Washington dude, Bourne. Has been nice when he played. Demario Douglas is fine. Rieger's a special teamer. Javon Baker. Um, like yeah, he's cool. KJ Osborne's West Minnesota's wide receiver 3, so I don't know, maybe he's something. Tyquan Thornton's just fast. You just Schuster's washed. And then Keishon Booty, he's another head case. Hunter Henry's here, who's been solid. Cooper's fine as a backup. Just fine. Like I don't think the receiving core is gonna be good now, but like I could see it like next season where it starts becoming good. O line's fine. I think Cole Strange is out for the year too, or he's gonna miss most of the season. David Andrews is really good. Chukwuma Okorafor is just big and tall and whatever. Kaden Wallace was kind of nice. I like them more than the other Penn State tackle that was taken in the first round. Did I even mention? I don't even think I mentioned them. Anyways, I did not like the other Penn State tackle. I don't want to mention them by name. He doesn't deserve that. Mike Wenwu is like he's a guard. He's a guard that can play tackle. Um, he's fine. He doesn't really have the movement skills to play tackle, but he can make do for a whole season. Sue, whatever. It's fine. It's a fine O-line, I guess. I don't know. That might be too nice. It's a weird O-line though. Yeah. Defensively though. Sheesh. Great, this dude should be safety. Anyways, Jonathan Jones is nice. And Gonzalez is a crazy athlete. That dude's crazy. And then Marcus Jones is really nice too. And then Alex Austin played safety a bit for his team, and he was nice at it too. Like he made some crazy plays. And they've seen Peppers is a really good tackler and physical safety, same thing with Duggar. And then Marty Mapu is whatever. I don't mean whatever in a bad way, but like I don't know if he's a safety or linebacker. Like he'll play something. Just such a nice DB room. Linebacker wise, you have Jelani Tavai. He's kind of a weird backer. Like he will line up at edge and play edge. He's whatever. Like he just do different things, which is what makes him interesting. You know, talk. He's here. And then Javon Bentley, Bentley's kind of just a fridge moving around. He's a physical backer. In coverage, he just moves like a fridge. I forgot who said that. It might have been Betts or something. Raekwon McMillan, kind of more like that run defending backer, physical dude. Everyone else, whatever. But fine linebacker room, and then you get to. Oh, this is listed weird. But yeah, he gets to the D line. Matthew Judon got hurt. I think he tore his bicep. If he comes back somewhat healthy, like he's a huge part of this team. He's a really good run defender, power rusher, dude. And then Anthony Jennings surprised me because when watching him, like he's a bit smaller as an outside backer. He's good in the run game. Like he's really good. Like when he's spilling blocks or taking on pullers, like I see why he got paid. Because he's smaller and undersized, but he could do good in the run game. Whereas this dude, Joshua Uche, he's smaller and he gets killed in the run game. He's fast, gives you some pass rush, but it's just hard to justify playing a smaller dude when they can't defend the run. Whereas like Jennings, he can. So you want to play Jennings more over Uche. Zimenez, whatever you get from him is cool. And then yeah, the D line's crazy. Cause like Dietrich Wise is probably gonna be the backup. Like Wise is the dude that can play like 4-eye and 3-tech, like outside shade between outside shade of the guard and he could play head up over guard too, but like just like in between the B gap, he's good at. He's insanely good as a crasher on stunts. He's so good just like hooking the guard's arm and just finding ways just to hold him over so that when the guy loops around, they just come free. Like, he's insanely good at that. He's a good run defender too, and he can run one-on-ones a bit. That's cool. Equality is fine. Everything else is fine. But then you get to the starters. Devon Gotcha's a really good nose tackle. Good in the run game. Like he's good at getting low. Like there's plays where he's almost like doing the splits when he drops his knee and taking on these double teams. He's insanely fluid and flexible. And it's cool to watch. And then Christian Barmore is a good player. Can win one-on-ones, is good in the run game. Nothing too crazy with him, but the one dude that's interesting is Keon White. That dude's interesting. I think White's like a natural replacement for Dietrich Wise, because White kind of does something similar, except he's way more athletic, way more fluid of a mover, And yeah, that dude's good. There's so much reps where he had like when White has one-on-ones and he wins, it looks so much better. It looks so good because his lower body's so fluid. So when he beats the lineman and he's turning like the short corner to get to the quarterback, he just gets there. You have so much dudes. You have three dudes that could win one-on-ones inside. Judon could win on the outside. Uche probably can too. I'm probably not gonna get too much on the outside besides like blitzes and stuff, but it's gonna be a good defense. Like I don't know how to feel about this team. Like I can't imagine this team being like of course unless injuries happen or like major injuries. Like I just can't imagine this team being bad. Such a nice team. It's interested in how they play. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. Like I think Patriots are an okay team. I think they could get to 500. I could see that. And then Bills, Dolphins, and Jets are just like probable contenders. It's not the same as like the Bengals and Ravens. Like, all right, I can see these teams being contenders for the Super Bowl. Whereas the other teams, there's just so much issues. So I don't know. Fun division though. Oh, and like and subscribe if you get this far.